Hello everyone, I'm AZSniperFox, and as many of you probably already know, I'm a bit of a gamer. Uh, Today I'm doing this vlog to go ahead and discuss, first off, a lot of things that I come across just in my experiences in my life, and a lot of the challenges I face. Today I'm going to discuss about a lot of, more so the problems that I find with the motion controls on a lot of the current games, as well as controls for video games in general. Uh, as far as video games go, I have a lot of problems with what controls are set with a multitude of games. I'm primarily a PC gamer simply for the ability to customize my controls. I can decide to use the WASD controls, or I can go ahead and actually use the directional keys on my keyboard. But yeah, with a lot of the console controls, you either have no customizable options or very few. Halo, for example, will only give you maybe 5 different layouts, but no ability to change up whatever you want the controls to be. Whereas the PC, you can do whatever it is you want. For me, this becomes a major problem just due to a lot of the reach issues that I have, as you can see. But there are some games that I can work around it. There are some games that I can push forward and make it work, so to say. But there's still a lot of them that I have a lot of problems with. This has even become a problem with actually some of the earlier PC games. I remember when my father first bought me Daikatana, and it was a pretty decent game for the time being, and I was very interested in Eastern culture at the time, so it was, theme-wise, it was a really good game for me. But the problem was, I never really got to play it simply because you were stuck with the controls that they gave you. I was never able to change up the controls and get it to work for me. So that causes a lot of problems. I'll send games back just because I can't play them. They may have a great story, but unfortunately I don't know. I'd love to really experience a lot of the stories and the gameplay that is out there. But due to obvious limitations, this isn't a possibility. As I said, Halo is one of these games that I have a problem with. Also, Assassin's Creed. I love the Assassin's Creed games. They look absolutely amazing, but the run controls and simply your free run button is my biggest problem. When I go ahead and I'm trying to hold that down, I'm trying to move across the city. Now I have to go assassinate somebody. Well, there's 3 different buttons that I have to be operating at the same time, and that becomes nearly impossible and very uncomfortable. But these are things that caused me to, in a sense, lose out on some really good games and some really good gameplay. Another issue is the Kinect. Its ability to read your movements isn't actually as sensitive as they'd like you to believe. I've had the opportunity to go ahead and use it in one of the local stores, and I couldn't even operate the menu. I couldn't even get to the game to actually play it. So, in addition to that, I mean, the PlayStation Move has similar problems, if not worse, because now they give you a tool to go ahead and try and control your motion, but even that is a bit inaccurate and hard to control. I was playing a tennis demo with it, and the entire time I'm holding the racket right on its side, trying to hit a tennis ball by slicing at it with a tennis racket, which is absolutely ridiculous. Other than that, I mean, the Wii has its problems as well. And I don't want to say that I'm anti-movement controls. I just think a lot of them are very underdeveloped and really should not be be used as a tool so far. The technology I don't think is really developed enough to be able to really fully give you a good gameplay experience. With the Wii, though, it's more so that they've used it as a gimmick, and I don't mind the Wii. They did it. They did the movement controls first, and out of all three of them, I personally think they did it the best. But still, they've overdone it. And once again, I'm a very passionate gamer. I love just after a hard day, sit down, play some video games, relax. And this new generation of gameplay kind of cuts me out of the loop. And in no way do I think that game developers should be bending to my whim or going ahead and deciding that they have to change their ways to accommodate me. But I do think that a little bit more of a customizable system would be more efficient and not only benefit gamers like myself who do have limitations, but also benefit some of your other gamers who just want a more fluid experience. Finally, as I said earlier, I'm not anti-motion controls, but I'm also not exactly pro-motion control. While it's a good idea, it's potentially going to revolutionize gaming, and it has done a little bit in the sense of revolutionizing the way we play, but at the same time it's complicated the way we play. And while I like the classic controls, I want a motion controlled system that works, that understands the way you move. Now with the Kinect, as I said, I've only played with it just a little bit. I don't know if you can actually calibrate it to your body, get it to recognize you by going through some sort of calibration system. If you know, please if you could send me the answer in your comments, I'd greatly appreciate that. But without an ability for it to customize and adapt to the way you move, it's just going to make gameplay that much harder. So, all in all, I'd like to see video game controls improve over the years, especially with E3 just passed and a lot of new, really very interesting looking games coming out. I hope to see also a lot more user-friendly systems, user-friendly engines and control schemes, and just in general. So, once again, I'm AZSniperFox, and if you feel that there's something that I've missed that I didn't address here, please leave it in your comments. Thanks.